Hello, Bet families. This is Mrs. Felrice. I hope you are all doing well and having a nice Passover with your families. The Bet teachers really miss you. Today I'm going to read you a story called The Passover Cowboy. It's about a little boy from Russia who moved to Argentina due to the harsh conditions and the difficulties that the Jewish people had there. So let's listen to the story. Jacob and his cowboy friend Benito raced to the far post, Benito on his strong gray horse and Jacob on his pony Rosa. Jacob had never gone so fast, and he hadn't fallen off once. "You're almost ready for the spring rodeo," Benito said when Jacob caught up to him, "but you'll need your own lasso." "I know," said Jacob, "and I'll need loose clothes like yours too, not these tight pants from the old country." Jacob looked at his new friend. Benito had grown up here in Argentina and had learned to ride as soon as he could walk. As Jacob rode, he thought about the lasso and the clothes he needed to ride for the rodeo. He thought of how he missed his friends in Russia, how they would run in and out of each other's houses, one house right next to the other. It was very different here, where everything was so far apart. "Faster, faster," Jacob urged his horse, Rosa. On the way, he saw Papa finishing his work in the cornfields. Papa wore the loose, wide pants, called bambachas, under his long, black Russian coat. Mama hadn't had time to make Jacob a pair yet. "Papa," Jacob called, "I asked Benito if he could come to the Seder." "Good idea," Papa called back. "Then, if a stray calf walks in when we open the door for the prophet Elijah, Benito can lasso him." When Jacob got home, he took Rosa to her stall, then tried to sneak into the house. But his big sister Miriam caught him. "You were out riding with Benito, weren't you?" she scolded. "And you were sucking on a lemon," said Jacob. "Passover starts tonight, and all you can think about are horses and Benito. You just wait until you see me at my first rodeo." "Shh, shh," said Mama, coming into the kitchen, carrying buckets of water from the well. "If we all work hard, we'll soon be ready. And then I have a surprise for the both of you." Miriam and Jacob stopped bickering. Side by side with Mama, they chopped nuts and grated apples. Soon the little house filled with the wonderful smells Jacob remembered from Passover in Russia. Roasted chicken and potato pudding, carrot and raisin stew, and the sweet apple and nut mixture called haroset. Jacob took a deep breath and thought of how much Benito would love these sweet smells too, if only he could come. When Miriam set the table, Jacob filled the silver Seder plate. Less than a year ago, they had wrapped it in a blanket and carried it across the ocean on a big boat to this new land. "Mama, we need another chair in case Benito comes," Jacob said. Mama smiled. "Inviting the guests to the Seder is a good thing to do. It's a mitzvah, and Benito and his father have been such a big help to us with the fields, the cows, and the chickens." "Benito won't come," said Miriam with her hands on her hips. "Why should he care about us on our holiday?" "He cares," said Jacob. "He'll come." But deep inside, Jacob wasn't sure. "Well, if he does come," said Mama, "maybe that will help Jacob concentrate on Passover and not wish we were out riding on the plains." Mama bent down and pulled out a box. "Have you forgotten about the surprise? New clothes for the holidays. Let's see how they fit." Soon Miriam was dancing across the floor in her new dress. Jacob opened his and unfolded the wide bambachas and warm red poncho Mama had sewn for him. It was perfect for the rodeo. If only Mama could have made him a lasso too. He heard Miriam mumble, "He acts like Benito and now he'll look like Benito." Jacob pretended not to hear her. He pictured himself riding in his new clothes, how they would flap and crackle in the wind. When Papa came in from the fields, he looked at Jacob and laughed. Only here would a Jewish boy get clothes like these for Passover. Soon the family was sitting around the Seder table. Jacob kept looking at the empty chair next to him, feeling empty inside. He was thinking of Benito, but he was also thinking about the happy, noisy Seders with his grandparents, aunts and uncles and cousins and friends. But then Papa stood up, lifting the flat bread, the matzah. "Look at this bread," Papa said in a commanding voice. "It is the bread of slavery that our ancestors ate in Egypt. All who are hungry, let them come and eat." Just then, there were loud noises at the door. Jacob looked at Papa. Papa winked. Could it be Elijah coming a little early? Jacob jumped up and started to open the door. Something flew right by his face. He stepped backward, falling into Papa. It was a chicken, and two more followed, squawking and screeching. One chicken landed on the Seder table, splashing the matzo ball soup and spraying Miriam, who screamed. Mama wasn't fast enough to catch the Passover plate, and it spilled all over the floor. Total chaos. "Don't worry, I'll catch them," said Benito from the doorway. He grabbed the chicken on the table. Then he caught another one under the table and ran after the third. Soon all of them were in his arms. Papa, Mama, Miriam, and Jacob piled up at the door watching Benito put the chickens in the coop and shut the gate. "Benito, you came," shouted Jacob. "Of course," said Benito. "You asked me to." He held up a beautiful new lasso. "Here, I've been working on it for weeks, and I wanted to surprise you." Jacob took the lasso carefully in his hands. "You made it for me? I can't believe it. And Mama made me bambachas and a poncho, so now I can ride in the rodeo." "I never thought you would come," said Miriam. "Well, I wanted to see what the celebration of freedom was all about," said Benito. "You know, we struggled for our freedom too here in Argentina." Okay, said Mama. "Enough standing by the open door. Inside, before every animal out there comes to the Seder." And she shooed everyone into the house. They worked together to clean up the spills and the messes, and soon they were all seated around the table, with Benito in the chair next to Jacob. "Now where were we?" said Papa. "The 4 questions," answered Jacob happily. He proudly chanted the first part in Hebrew and then in Spanish. "Why is this night different from all other nights?" "What a good question for tonight," said Papa, laughing, "because we're in a new country full of surprises. And it's not every night the chickens come to dinner," said Miriam, smiling. "And good friends too," Jacob added, looking at Benito. And they had a very nice Seder. So maybe you guys also got to read the 4 questions at your Seder, or maybe this Passover is a lot different than other Passovers. But I hope you and your family are having a nice Passover, and I look forward to hopefully hearing all about it soon. Bye-bye.